everybody, it's your girl Paris Nicole, and I'm by myself today. So, we are in the political hip hop. Whatever. Okay, so this is my show today. Paris Nicole with you. So, we're about to talk about the things that, what's her name? Trill was supposed to talk about. Today, we were supposed to have a guest in, but unfortunately, we had to postpone that. So before we go any further, I do believe we always start with the word of the day. Before I tell you that, I'll tell you how my weekend was. It was cool. So the word of the day is going to be, I'm going to make it up myself. No, I'm not making it up, but the one that was supposed to be talked about, I didn't care for it too much. So let me tell you what I think. When people use you, is it really being misused or used? Is it bad? That's my question. It's a question, not really a word of the day. So, what do you feel? When you're being used, oh my gosh. When you're being used, is it bad to be used or misused? Or is it the same? What do you think? So this is what I need you to do. At least call in, let people know you're listening, and be supportive since I'm here by myself. So here we are, 832-649-8406. If you didn't like my word today, I'm going to tell you this right now. People use you all the time. It's when you're being misused that's the problem. So misused is when, you're giving too much of yourself and they just taking advantage of you. But you use everyone anytime, all the time. Your mama, your daddy, your kids, your teachers, your whoever. You're using them to get somewhere in life. But it's when you misuse people is the problem, okay? So that's my word, and that's what I think y'all really need to understand and know. But the other one that was supposed to be the word of the day, it was, do you have time to pray? Are you too busy to pray? Because if you are, then I guess you are too busy. I would have to say, yeah, you are too busy to pray if you're not praying. The question is, when you going to make time to pray? So some people don't believe in praying, some people do, some people don't believe in God at all. But I believe whoever you're praying to, you should make some time to at least focus on yourself, focus on humanity, focus on life, and give it some time back. Musa. And just relax and pray. Whoever you're going to pray to. So those are two words of the day. Other than that, I think you guys need to hear what the OMG is. But I think it's too soon to go into the OMG. I want you guys to know this before we do go into the OMG. I think I have a reason why I'm here by myself today. So this is where I need you all's help. So I'm supposed to be here with Trill. And Jimmy is supposed to be here as well, right? But he had to go somewhere. Trill was supposed to be here, but I think they both kind of did this together and said, hey, Paris is going to be on the show. Let's test her skills. Let's see if she can do the show by herself. See how many ratings she gets. See if she can get people engaged. Let's see if she's really worth being on the show. I think that's what they're doing to me is a test. And since they watching, I'm going to do me and be me, right? But that's why I need y'all to help me. I need y'all to go ahead and call in because the topic today is going to be gushy. And chime in. I'm not reading your post, okay? I'm not going to read the post. But I would like you to call in. So let me give you the number again. 832-649-8406. Today is going to be kind of X-rated, sexual. It's not for kids at all. And you need to go ahead and tell them to go sit down. Don't watch the show. Because now that I'm on the show, today, I'm about to make it hot, okay? It's going to get hot in here. So you might want to get your spouse, your lady, your guy, your whoever you're with, whoever you loving with, because it's all about sex today, okay? So Trill is going to have a sex therapist come in today. And I was really excited about that because if you don't know me, that's my topic. That's what I love talking about. But since they're not coming, I said, oh, well, we're going to make it still the topic. So I got my shit together. And we're going to do this. Now, here's the other piece you don't know. Before we go into the oh my gosh. The other piece is Jimmy usually tries to say, wait, should I call him Jimmy or Square Guy? Square Guy. Square Guy usually always says, Paris, do you have anything you want to promote? Say anything? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I don't do it. But this is where it is. So I'm sorry. Do I hear noise in the background? Audience? Okay. So, I have a Instagram page called Heartless Talk. Heartless Talk is something I'm just playing with, but I love doing because I talk about real stuff that a lot of people don't like talking about. I like talking about sex, race, um, pimps and hoes. I like talking about child support, stupid stuff that people really don't like talking about, religion, and so forth like that. So, on my page, a while ago, I talked about does size matter, in the bed. So that's where we're going. I'm going to go and further talk about that. But because I'm telling you about my page, I want you to kind of go to that page, see if you like what I talk about, see if you like the content that I have, and if you really do like it, you need to let Jimmy know. You need to have this girl on your show because I'm trying to put my show here at their studio, this studio. I'm going to be the host here on Wednesdays, every so often Mondays, whenever I need to be. But I want the show, Heartless Talk, here. But I don't think he wants me to put it here, which is why I don't have a shirt that says I'm a part of Naked Truth yet. I got to kind of earn my way in. So I need y'all to let them know you like what I do. Okay? So, again, tell the kids to get out. Because after we did this OMG, we're going to go into these explicit pictures that I have. And if you still need a little time, I can talk more about sex rather than showing you the pictures right away. Okay? So let's go into the OMG. Oh, shit! Do you see that? So my OMG today is all about this big dude on this little bitty ass bike. What the hell? Okay, it looks bigger. He looks way larger. In person, I saw him and he was way too big and he had the nerves to cut me off and be in front of me. But that bike is not a dirt bike for real, but it's a little bitty cute bike. Someone like a teenager would drive. That dude is way too large. Look, that's all I gotta say. People look too funny when they own them little bitty old bikes and they too big to be on it. But he was scooting around. Now my other OMG, that's crazy. This could not be me. And you know these gotta be white people. Just watch. It's coming through, watch. Watch it again, watch it again. If you don't see that is a dog, that is an alligator. That couldn't have been me. Yeah, I tell y'all all the time. Since I've been on this show, I got 5 kids, okay? Let me tell you who my 5 kids are. I have a girl, a boy, another girl dog, and a boy dog, and a nephew. Those are my 5 kids, my 5 responsibilities. If my dog ever got close to some dirty ass water like that, no, it wouldn't be happening no way. Because I can't see what's in the water, they don't go to the water. Even Galveston water, you can't see what's in it. Don't get in it. That's nasty. Anything. Whales will come up and get you. You think I'm crazy? I'm not. Them little sharks, they will come and get you. And them damn alligators. Even in Sugarland, they got a lake that streams from here to there all the way around the neighborhood. They had an alligator in the lake, in the little river lake, with a knife in his head. You can look it up on the news because it was there. So it is hard to kill an alligator, but I promise you, that's the type of stuff that makes me want to hold or have my little clicker. My little clicker, because I would have shot the hell up out of him. My dog wouldn't have been like that. It wouldn't have happened. I felt so bad for it. All right, so that's your OMG. What you think? No one's calling in yet. That's a problem. I'm not reading your text if you're doing that stuff, but we'll read them later. Just give good feedback. If you need to know the number again, it's 832-649-8406. Now let's get into the topic. You need some time? A little time to get your kids away? Because we're going to get deep into this, okay? It's about like 3 different topics on sex. And I need people to call in and ask questions because I am your sex therapist. And if you don't know already, which you don't know because I didn't tell you, sooner or later, I will be selling sex toys. That's why I am the sex queen. I know it's not like I have sex or anything like that. I just know about relationships. I know how to nurture them, and I'm all about toys. That's why every time you see me on a show, I'm talking about toys. It's not because I'm a freak. I promise. So, let's go to maybe a break so you can kind of get your kids out the door. All right. We'll go to break.
That's what we do. I look nice, I'm gonna look nice. But this is what I have a problem with. I have a problem with women asking me to buy.
Really believe that 2020 should be about vision. You know, they say that corrective vision is 2020. And so, new year, new decade, forgot it. I forgot it.
I forgot it.
We forgot it. So, it's going to be a little different for today. But please call in, guys, and please let us know what you might be doing.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to the Simon's Christian TV show. We on there,
And I'm your host, Shamir Bacon, and this is Business One-on-One. Today, we're going to give you 10 top businesses that you can start right now. Number 1 is accounting and bookkeeping, business consulting, marketing.
But now, thanks to Donald Trump and ISIS, there's room again in the welfare line. I quit my job, I got a check, so...
Be there, or you ain't square business. HARVUNI J Studio, the network that adds to your network. Stay tuned.
It's Boss Up Houston Network.
Okay. So, are we on? Hey, everybody, I'm back. So, look, it is so difficult, kind of, not having no one like Jimmy here to talk about me, and I'm just being me. So I was gonna try to find some people to play with since no one's calling in to ask questions. But I know y'all about to get into it in a minute because we're about to start talking about sex and therapy. So this conversation right now is going to mostly be about people who wonder if size really matters. Little, long, skinny, fat. Okay, and I found out that, okay, I hope the kids are put away because I'm going to be using some vulgar language, okay? I just found out that pussy matters. Fat pussies, skinny pussies, and innies and outies and all this good stuff on pussies. I'm not a lesbian, so therefore I don't know anything about their. I know about me. I know about my body, and you should know about your body. So when it comes down to size and it matters or not, yes, dog nuff, size does matter to a certain degree. If you don't believe me, try different sizes and you'll see. But this is why it matters. You have some women out there who exercise too much or don't exercise at all, or they play too much with too many different sizes of penises. Um, Golly. So when you're like stretching your when you're stretching it out, yeah, that's when size really matters. But when you're dealing with a dude who's kind of this little or that long or that skinny or that fat, that's when it really matters. But there's a solution to that. The solution is always going to be the way you position yourself, the way you move and groove, the way you can penetrate the clit. Now him, you would think that they always getting pleased. In most cases they do, but sometimes they need something a little bit more strong and tighter or rough to a certain degree. Because sometimes they don't be feeling nothing either with your pussy being so light and just flabby or whatever you want to call it. So suggestions. Start learning how to play with toys. Start learning how to play with him. Start learning how to have him play with toys on you. And if it is too big, your pussy, if it's too open, you need to start exercising more. That would help a lot. Now, a lot of people would say, I wish you guys call in and ask more questions, but a lot of people think that size only matters because it's too small, too skinny or too fat. But there are people out there who have this short, like you can't, like it doesn't even flop off. Like you can't do any of this. You know how people be like, you can't do none of that because it's this little. So if it's this little, you need to go to the sex store and there is a cover, like a sleeve, a glove that you can put on his stuff. I don't know if they have so many different sizes, but it will help him. It would get tight around his penis, like a glove, and it will give him length so it can actually be into you. So when it's pushing in you, it's pushing on him, and it feels like he's in a pussy. But it helps you and it helps him. Y'all will both get your nut, okay? So if it's someone that's that little, I don't know how to introduce that toy to your guy. That is a tricky question, but hopefully you're open and talking. I had a question from a text, and it asked me, so when is the right time to really get engaged in sexual pleasure with your guy if you're just starting to date? That's to each his own, honestly. But I would definitely tell you this. There's a rule to this, okay? If y'all don't know me by now, I'm the one who doesn't really date, and if I find a guy that I like, then there's going to be measurements to go through before we start getting too close together. So that is going to be, you go out with them, and then you talk about sex. Then you get to the point where you kind of dibble and dabble and play around a little bit. So you test them out. You see, you tease each other a little bit. See if it's worth playing with. Because there's going to come a time where you're not really together, but you're trying to have sex, or you're trying to get fresh with each other, but he's not worth it. Then by the time you know it, you done it with 5 people, made yourself a little hoe out there, and they weren't worth it. So you need to learn how to tease the dude, tease yourself to get to see it, and then you can then explore and talk about different sexual positions, sexual toys, and what you like and what you prefer before you jump in there already. Because jumping in there, making yourself a little hoe like that, that's not the right thing to do already, off tops. I hope I've taught you enough in that little short segment, being the doctor. Because y'all don't want to call in. I got people texting me, but I don't need y'all texting me. I need y'all to call because I'm not trying to read this stuff while I'm on the phone with y'all. I understand. So, going into the wetness and the age. This is a big factor when it comes down to sex. Young people, you're hard, for guys, young guys, you're hard, strong, and ready. That shit is going to end soon. Usually by the time you turn about 44 or so, it starts going downhill, especially if you smoke a lot of weed. Say, okay, you think not? Oh, it does. And for ladies, by the time you turn 30-something, your wetness is starting to dry up a little bit. So you got to figure out how to keep the mood right. So that's when the toys come in handy. That's when you start exploring yourself and knowing what your body is like. So before you can dibble and dabble with him, you need to understand your body and what makes it trigger, where, and just how you like it. So do that and know that, okay? Another thing is, this is why size doesn't matter. The movement and positions are a very big factor in it. You can be little, you can be skinny, you can be fat, you can be soft, you can be hard, you can be whatever. You can hit certain positions and make it real good. But the harder you are, fellas, you think that's the best thing, but the harder you are and you just trying to hit every angle, every position, beating it up crazy, females, don't let him trick you. It's not good for your body. You might think you're taking the pain and it feels good, but that is not true. You feel the pain and it feels good until he get too deep and he just banging walls for no damn reason. That's not good. That's when he's starting to beat it up, and that's when your shit starts to get all flopped and warped over. So you have to manage that stuff. Dudes don't know how to handle that. They just want to just bang, 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 and think they doing something. Learn how to be easy and gentle. Then get it wet and juicy. Real wet and juicy. And then you can go and that's how that works. So besides the positions and the movements, the passion behind the love. If it's a dude you're just trying to fuck on, definitely hit it, quit it, make it fun for that moment. Shoes work wonders. Shoes work wonders, okay? You know how, oh girl, I forget her name. She's talking about twerking in her J's. That's some real shit. Both of y'all got some J's on? Y'all naked? Y'all banging? Oh, that gives you good friction to get it in the right angles. If you're just having a quickie. Other than that, I want to go to these pictures. Are your kids out the room yet? I hope they are. Because we're going to go into these pictures. This is where it gets a little juicy, juicy. Oh, shit. Do you see the pictures? Oh, can they see the pictures?
They can.
Okay. I'm ready for pictures. You ready? You say yeah? The Arch Chair Traveler. The Arch Chair Traveler, everyone. This is going to be for the person who wants to, I got to stand up for this, y'all. This is going to be the one for the one who wants to take control. He or you can take control. But, you see this here? Gosh, dog it. You see this here? That is a vibrator, or you can use your fingers. That allows your clitoris to still be open to where you can play real good while he's getting it in real good. But at the same time, you have to make sure your thighs and hips are sitting on his to where you can bounce however you want and just keep twerking it however you want to say. And this allows you both to be in control at whoever's convenience it is. If he wants to be in control, make sure he's got those hands on the hips doing it. If you want to be in control, tell him chill out. He can have his hands up or whatever else, and then you take control. Round, and then up, and then all of that good shit. Just play with it. But the juicier you are, the better it's going to be. And that vibration stuff, that's some real stuff. I don't know why it looked like a little penis is hanging out, but that's just a vibrator hitting on her clit. So that's one position. Let's go to the next one. And then I'm going to take a quick... You won't be heard, and I can answer questions for you. All right, the backward swoon. Now, again, vibrator. She's got a vibrator again. Now, this backwards one, this is definitely where you have to bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It gives you a really good feeling, and this is definitely an area where your clitoris is open fully to where you can play with your toy. And if you don't want to have your toy, you can always use your fingers. Just rub it. But eyes are resting on his thighs, and he's more so in control. But if you want to take control, you definitely can. You just have to use those muscles. Back muscles, leg muscles, and then start grinding. But it's mainly for his pleasure. All of these positions are great for your small guys. Your small guys. they're all great for your small guys. But there's one particularly best for small guys. But this one, you're going to have to please yourself more so because he's having fun with himself. But you're going to have to please yourself with the vibrator. Okay? Now, should we go to a break? I think we should. Let's go to a quick break. Ponder on that. Call me in 832-649-8406. I want to answer your questions. And I'll look at my text message to see if anybody has texted me to a few questions, and then I'll get at you and let you know the answers, okay? Go ahead now. It is.
This is what I need for you to do. I need you to hold your breath until you can't hold it anymore. And then I want you to get up and get out and get it.
Now I'm a man, same stand with the game plan.
Bad is you want it to breathe. Let's go. Woke up every day, something to prove. I just trust in my eyes, think what I'm gonna do. Get going, ride on the way through. The dream my dad, not mad. Poof, aim for the sky, then I fly the roof. Get well, your doctor, then stop your move. This dark, dark world, y'all feel like Snoop. I didn't give a fuck, he gave her two. You 5, 9 times, get back up 10. About what's best for us to win. Don't think that you did.
Let's talk about procrastination. It is the dream stiller, the dream killer. This one word has stolen more dreams than a lack of money, talent, and resources combined.
What's your weight now?
Shall we begin? Let's begin.
Welcome back with Paris Nicole, your girl, the lady. So we just got through talking about 2 different sexual positions that people need to know about and try because it's really fun. And do you remember them? If you do, call me right now and let me know the 2 sexual positions we just got through talking about. No, I'm just playing. So those 2 positions were the backward swoon and the arch chair, right? Oh, you don't see it. So one gives you complete control. One of you 2 can have complete control when you're like bouncing on it. The other one was more of a bounce, but he's more so in control, and you're kind of straddled with your back on the bed or wherever you are with your legs wrapped around his body. Oh, okay. So now let's go into the next one. These are the other 2. Okay, the banana split mofo. Let me tell y'all something. Now, this position is particularly for the shy people, the ones who don't really want to let their mate know that they're enjoying the hell out of this, or they don't like it at all, or they're just too shy to really open up and say, I love sex. So, face is in a pillow, faces down, bam. This is for all the ones who like it pretty darn rough. Oh, hold up. We gotta pause everything. Let's see. Hello, this is Paris with HARVUNI J Studio.
Hey.
Hi, how are you doing? You calling to
I'm doing great.
Hey, are you calling to talk about the sexual stuff that we're talking, or something?
Pretty much.
Okay, do you have questions for us, darling? Do you want to let everyone know your name on the show?
Oh, my name is Sarah.
Sarah, okay. Are you calling out of Houston?
Yes, Houston, Texas.
Okay, sounds great. Do you know me, Sarah, or do I know you from any social media?
Oh, I have no idea who you are.
Okay, well, hello. I'm Paris Nicole, the lady. Oh, and I'm basically a sex therapist. How can I help you today?
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just really wondering, like, what kinds of, like, if it's getting, I guess, to be a size issue, is there any particular positions or different things that I could try to spice it up or make it better?
That is a very good question. Now, let me tell you this. If you're dealing with someone smaller, yes, there's definitely positions that you can work on. But if you're dealing with someone larger, you don't want to try every position because it could hurt you and it could just tear up your vagina. Okay? So, if you're dealing with something smaller, if you're watching the show, the banana split is a very good one, and we're going to show another one called the supercharged. The supercharged is the best one, but that's for almost anybody, but it's particularly best for your shorter ones. Now, if you stay tuned to Heartless Talk, positions for short people.
Oh, okay. So does it give you more, I guess, more in-depth details about, I mean,
yeah,
I don't want to say tools or products or things that you can use, or that he can do versus what I can do? I mean, is it from both perspectives?
It is from both perspectives, and it also gives you suggestions on toys. I give you suggestions on toys.
Nice. I like it.
And that's on Heartless Talk, though. But I will tell you this. If you're used to watching this show on YouTube or on Facebook, I'm bringing Heartless Talk to this show, and we're going to go in deep detail. I'll probably bring toys out and show you guys on camera, and we'll have guests come into the interviewing spot so we can actually talk personal, face-to-face about the subject at hand. And I'll give you demonstrations of things. But
nice.
While you're watching the show now, the two positions you should really focus on is the supercharged, the banana split. Yeah, those are the two best ones. Other than that, the other best suggestion for anything that's smaller, short really, just short. You're not talking about short or skinny. Skinny or short?
Yes.
Short?
Yes.
Short. Okay.
I like it, though. I like it.
Because, sometimes if you're sitting in a certain position, depending on how you get your orgasm, you have to sit on it in that certain position. And most people, like, missionary style, that's really not the best position. It's fun, it's there, it does its job or whatever. But if you can straddle your legs to where the gravity just pulls you down, that's when it feels a lot different. And then you can find out where your G-spot is when you're just rolling around on it.
Ah, nice.
Or bouncing on
that
it.
Sounds good.
Or moving up and down. You just got to play with it. Are you familiar with your body? Pretty well?
Somewhat. I mean, I could learn a few things, so that's why I like what you're talking about right now.
And if you're kind of embarrassed to do it with your spouse, you should probably go to the toy store and find something short, close to his size, and figure it out yourself. Play with it. And if anything, always use a vibrator while you're playing around because it stimulates you more.
Okay, that sounds good. So, I mean, I know you're talking about positions, but what about, I guess, fast, slow? Does that really matter? Does that really make a difference with the split or the, I mean...
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to call back in about 20 minutes. Or either go to Heartless Talk and DM me, direct message me, and then I'll give you more information because I gotta go. I'm sorry.
right.
But I love you, Sarah. It was so nice meeting you. Sarah, right?
Nice talking to you. Bye.
All right, thank you. Y'all, I'm not used to that, but thank you for calling in, Sarah. Okay, so back to the question at hand, because baby, my time is gonna go up. I don't have all time for that. That was really fun and cool, but if a whole bunch of people start calling, I don't think I can handle all that. So maybe we do need to text. That's just too long, but I love it. So back to the banana split. This is for the shy folks. People who don't want their face to be seen is great. But this position is really great because you get to smack the ass, and that really does help with orgasms. I know guys just like doing it. I don't know why y'all like doing it, but when you do smack the ass or jiggle or squeeze or whatever with the butt, it actually does stimulate you more to where you get a really good orgasm. It improves it. So that is the position I would suggest for the shy folks, okay? Next position. Bam! Now this is the one, baby. This is the one. The supercharged. Okay, so the supercharged is when you don't have a vibrator. But who is the vibrator? The man. The man is grabbing the legs and jerking you up and down while he's in you at the same time. I guess it's preferably best for a larger guy with a smaller lady. Because a big lady with long legs, I don't know how that would work. But the vibration of him tossing your body around up and down, it stimulates the clitoris as well. So that's really the best one. It gives you vibration. It's good for people who like it rough. And it's for bold people who just want to get it in good. Bam. And I told you that's the best position for those who are shorter. And, you know, length doesn't always matter because as long as you're hitting that click and playing with it well enough, you're great. All right? Those are the 4 positions that I say you should start with. But there are more than 23 positions that you can actually do to feel all the stimulation of greatness. Now, for the guys, I know you guys have questions. If you go back to, look, if you tell Jimmy or the square guy, hey, we liked the session today. Paris was great. Paris Nicole was great. I have so many different things for you guys to learn when it comes down to sex. Food, positions, toys, exercises, and things that's not good for you. And then hopefully I have a real speaker come in because I'm honestly really not a doctor, if you don't know that by now. I'm really not. But it'll be all good. It'll be all good. It'll be all good. So, no one has called in yet. If you do call in, that'd be really great because it'll show that I'm really great on the show and they should keep me just in case this really is a test for me to see if I can handle this or not. No? No one's wanting to call. Okay, that's cool. All right, well, I want to say thank you again for joining us on The Naked Truth with Paris Nicole, your host, the lady. And I guess all I can say is, hey, Trill, come on back because I tried doing it by myself and I hope you liked it and I did a good job. In like place of you for right now, but I hope to see you soon. It was supposed to be girl talk today, but it was me by myself. And Jimmy, I hope you enjoyed the show. Everyone give shout outs. Let them know how you really feel. Give thumbs up. Do whatever. Subscribe. I don't know. Share to a friend, to another friend, and just share it, okay? Other than that, let me give you the number one more time just in case you want to call me when we go off air and ask a few questions. That's 832-649-8406. All right. Thanks for joining us on The Naked.